We are in the middle of a festive season. How much growth are you anticipating with all the four verticals? Can you give us a number there?
Look, insurance, for example, we have 110,000 agents, and we are going to grow 100% this year on a very large base, right? So that's the plan on insurance. We should end up doing around 4,000 crore of premium this year. On the financial services side, we are again looking at a 65% growth this year on a very large base again. We do right now at the current run rate, we do around 1.2 billion, that is 10,000 crore of disbursals from our platform. So, and we own 14% of market share there in used car financing, and the second best player will be 1/7 us. So we are by far the market leaders when it comes to financial place. Even in insurance eco, in B2B2C business, we are much ahead of competition, and I think that basically has been the core of build sustainably growing business. Insurance eco is near profitability. Financing business is already profitable. Our auto media business is again growing at 20% this year. Very high gross margin and 35% profit there also. So practically, I think we are in a very good zone right now. We also have another asset, College Dekho, which is gonna grow almost 80-90% this year again, and profitable again. And then we have another asset in Southeast Asia with the name Auto.com, and that is also growing 100% this year. So I think I would say overall at a group level, given the blended ratio of all, we should grow around 70% this year.
Average 70% growth. I mean, for a startup right now, where a lot of attrition is happening, I think is fantastic. That's
So
profitability. Yes. So I'd like to take a quick answer on the loss. Are you planning to equally reduce the losses?
yeah, we have already done that. In the current run rates, we are looking very green on the parent level. There are some areas we are investing in, like Southeast Asia, a bit on insurance, but rest all other things are already profitable. So we are looking at a green balance sheet on the parent level this year itself, and on the wholly owned subsidiary, if I include, we should be near about break even this year.
Nearly about. So after how many years did you get break even now?
No, we were actually profitable for good 7 years, and then we expanded into multiple verticals and invested in various areas. That's when we actually went into reds. So it has been not like we have been constantly into a. We know there are investments we make and they give returns later, and that's what we have done. Invested in the right areas. Now, like for example, we invested our money into BFSI sector, insurance, finance. Now 87% of our revenue comes from these segments. So had I not invested this kind of amount of capital here, it's about capital allocation finally. Are you able to identify right opportunities around the consumer you're working with? तो हमारी जो जर्नी है ऐसी है कि जैसे जो कंज्यूमर है उसको चेज़ करो. अब कंज्यूमर गाड़ी खरीदता है, सेम कंज्यूमर अब इंश्योरेंस कराता है, सेम कंज्यूमर फाइनेंस पे गाड़ी लेता है, हर साल इंश्योरेंस कराएगा, फिर 4 साल बाद गाड़ी बेचेगा. तो हमने इसके अराउंड ही धंधे बना दिए सारे. So what that means is that you chase your consumer, build one thing good around him, then build the second one, build the third one, keep on incrementally going deeper with your own consumer. And when we did insurance, we started with motor. We realized the same guy who's buying a car also takes a private health or a life insurance. So we started that also. In the financing business, we realized there are multiple banks we're doing. We still a lot of paperwork is involved. How about coming with a more convenient offering? So we launched Rupee, which is completely digital loans. So you can come, log in, and instantly we disburse the loan. So you can actually have a coffee at dealership, and you can take the car away. Right? That it's that instant. I think innovating on each side of through technology. How can technology play a big leverage on the services you have created while making it more convenient for consumer and trustworthy. These are the pillars on which Girnar has been built.
Sure. Also, I'd like to ask you, what's your thought behind when you go in red? You mentioned that 7 years you were good in green, but when you started investing that money into capital, that's when the balance sheet showed red. Does Amit Jain get scared when you see red, and for constant few amount of months or years you see red balance sheets and thinking what would happen with geopolitical situations also? Does it scare you, and what is your mantra for getting out of that problems?
I think I have more than what I deserve, so I don't think I ever get scared. I personally think that we always ensure 2-3 things as fundamentals. That if required, we can make it green anytime we like. Right? That's the situation we are always in, because there are multiple arms of business which are already profitable. And there are some arms that we are investing for future, which are bound to make losses initially, which is fine. And I think it's a well calculated move. So we do plan for, how many years we'll fund how much to make this business what. And that's a careful planning we do, every annual operating plan. And I don't call them losses, I call them investments.
Okay.
Because had I not invested in these areas, the company would not have come this far. So making prudent investments is our core competency. और हमारा ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड है कि हम एक धंधा उठाते हैं, उसको बहुत बड़ा कर देते हैं, मार्केट लीडर बन जाते हैं, उसको प्रॉफिटेबली बना देते हैं. ऐसे मल्टीपल टाइम हम बार बार कर रहे हैं. चाहे हमने न्यू कार में किया, चाहे हमने इंश्योरेंस में किया, चाहे हमने फाइनेंस में किया, चाहे हमने साउथ ईस्ट एशिया जाके सेम किया. तो वी हैव अ ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड ऑफ सक्सेस अराउंड दिस. By making prudent investments, we are able to grow company by a significant number, and that's what makes me proud, on how we have been able to manage this kind of, prudent investments along with sustained growth. तो और हमेशा एक रूल रखा है कि 3 साल का पैसा बैंक में होना चाहिए. तो कभी भी हमने ऐसे नहीं होने दिया कि we are running into a situation where we don't have that kind of cushion, because that gives you a lot of comfort.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.